Hey, it's Aaron the Ho, and today we're going to take a closer look at the UNU Aero wireless charging battery case, which is this thing, which sits on top of this other thing, and this is how you charge your iPhone. It's a wireless charging system, but it's not that kind of wireless.
Real usage, real reviews. Mobilereviews-eh.ca.
The case does come with a 2000 milliamp hour battery, and that is about 150% of the capacity of a regular iPhone 5S, but the box only says that could only give you an extra 100% charge. I have to say that this case was provided to us by UNU, which is really awesome, and I gotta give a hat tip to El Juan Potive, who brought this case to our attention. We're going to step through the details of this case, and then I'm going to tell you why, if I had to go buy this, I might not actually get it for myself. The case comes in three parts: the bumper of the case, the back panel, and the charging pad of the case. The iPhone is easily installed into the case by plugging it into the back and snapping the bumper around it. On our case, the bumper doesn't fully fit as there's a gap on one of the corners, which is a little annoying. The case itself is very smooth and has a very glossy look to it. My initial impression of the case was that I wasn't going to like this really smooth glossiness, but after using it for a while, I'm actually a really big fan. It provides a different texture to the iPhone, and it isn't as slippery as I thought it would be. The bumper itself is pretty simple. It's just a piece of plastic with a bunch of holes, but the buttons do seem a bit flimsy. Many of the other cases that we've reviewed have buttons that go through the case, whereas these buttons are actually attached to the bumper. During our unbox and install, we found that the back of the case wasn't completely snapped together, which again is a bit worrisome, but after snapping it together, we haven't had any problems. If unboxing installation videos are your thing, we've done that for the UNU Aero battery wireless charging case, and that's linked in the annotations at the end of this video. The inside of the back of the case is pretty nondescript. There is a lightning connector that your iPhone plugs into, but the entire case is charged using a micro USB cable. For the headphones, you can manage to plug your stock Apple headphones into the hole, but larger plugs will require you to use the supplied headphone jack extender. The back of the case is where all the action is. You have the power button, a set of LED lights, and two silver dots. These LED lights tell you how much charge you have left, and the power button enables you to start-stop charging using the battery pack. The battery pack took approximately 4 hours to fully charge, plugged into an iPhone wall adapter. The battery pack itself will drain into the iPhone in about 3 to 4 hours from what we can tell. We did check the case will revive a completely dead iPhone, which is pretty handy. Now these silver dots make a connection to the charging pad, so it's not truly wireless in the fact that there is still a physical contact that needs to be made between this charging pad and the back of the case. Now when I hear wireless charging, I think about inductive charging, where I can kind of hover the device over a charge pad and it would start charging. But the UNU Aero wireless battery case requires a physical connection between the device and the charge pad. With that aside though, this is still a really neat feature. Now onto the charge pad. It's fairly light and it's fairly thin. It's a little smaller than the actual iPhone, but there's two silver plates on it and they correspond to the two silver dots. If you were to put both dots on one of the silver plates, the phone's not going to charge. Each dot needs to be connected to an individual silver plate. I know that sounds complicated, but just put it like this. Now the neat thing about this case is that if you look closely at the back of the UNU Aero wireless charging case, is that the silver dots are actually kind of recessed into the case. But as you bring them closer to the charge pad, there's a bit of a magnetic attraction that actually pulls the silver dots out. And that's how the phone gets charged, through that physical connection. The bottom of the charge pad is pretty nondescript. It's got two rubber feet on it. So that's basically the entire case. If this is the first time you're watching one of our videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe, as our entire channel is based on helping you get the most out of iOS everything. So product reviews, tips and tricks, as well as relevant news. We put out content 2 to 3 times a week, so do click subscribe. You will not be disappointed. Now, one of the main reasons why I wouldn't actually get this case is because I use my iPhone to monitor my sleep. I use an app that tracks the movement of my sleep patterns, and so there's not a lot of friction between the charge pad and the iPhone. And so with all my tossing and turning, I might actually knock the iPhone completely off the charge pad, and so, well, I'd wake up really grumpy. I'd probably wake up like this. What do you mean it's 9:30? That's probably the main reason why I wouldn't get this case. But how about you guys? Do you guys see this entire setup being very beneficial to you? Leave them in the comments section below. If you got questions about this case, leave them in the comments section as well. I'd be happy to answer them. I'm Aaron the Ho. I'm one of the hosts at Mobilereviews-eh.ca. If you like what we do or you like what we've done with this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who is interested in a case like this, share this video with them. At the video annotations at the end, we've got a link to a comparable case, which is the Mofi Juice Pack Air, as well as a link to the full review. Find us on Twitter, Google+, and Facebook. On Twitter, we post all the deals that we kind of find. Facebook and Google+ are reserved for updates about all the wonderful things that we are doing and or finding. Keep your iPhone completely charged, generally, wirelessly, using the UNU Aero battery. It's such a complicated name. It's this white case, which you can kind of not see because I'm holding it against this white background. Now it's almost completely gone, and now it's almost completely gone. Thanks for watching.